decades of a life sentence in prison, a Mobile man has had his sentence commuted by President Obama.
Sidney Earl Johnson Jr. is among 8 prisoners from across the nation commuted earlier this week. Local 15's Christian Jennings is digging deeper into Johnson's release tonight.
Christian, you spoke with the man who represented Johnson 20 years ago.
I did, and while not everyone shares his opinion, defense attorney Tim Fleming believes a life sentence in this case was excessive. Imagine being told you'll spend the rest of your life in prison. Then after spending 20 years behind bars, the president says you can leave and return to your family within the year. That's exactly what happened to 53-year-old Sidney Earl Johnson this week. He and Ricky McCall of Birmingham were serving life sentences for drug offenses. Now they'll get out of prison next year.
One, I'm delighted that the president took this action. I think it is a good thing.
Defense lawyer Tim Fleming represented Johnson 2 decades ago. His then client was convicted on federal charges of conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute crack cocaine and attempt to unlawfully possess with intent to distribute the drug.
I think he served more than enough time. I think 20 years would have been too much.
Much tougher sentencing guidelines were in place back then during the height of the war on drugs. Because Johnson had 2 prior convictions, an automatic life sentence was triggered. According to court documents, even the judge at the time expressed reservations about the life sentence.
I think it was almost draconian, but the judge didn't have any discretion back then. And that's what was bad with the federal sentencing guidelines. And we've been able to work those into a more lenient position now as advisory to the courts rather than mandatory.
As you can imagine, this story has already sparked quite the debate on social media. Join in on the conversation by going to the Local 15 News Facebook page. And to read the full list of commutations and pardons issued by the president this week, just click on the Find It section of local15tv.com. Kim?
Christian.